This is Lucas.
And this is Ryan.
And this is the Durgee News.
It's that time of the year where the library starts to panic because there are hundreds of books checked out, all of which need to be returned before the end of the year. As of filming, the library is currently waiting for students to return 791 books. Please look under your bed, dig through your backpack, and get those books back to the library. It's not just library books. It's also time to start looking for calculators you borrowed from the school. Each calculator should also have a charging cord. Calculators will be collected the day after Regents exams during math class.
May is Mental Health Month. Mental health issues like depression and anxiety are pretty common among teenagers. Scientists are just starting to understand a new way to combat these issues, volunteering. Early research suggests that teens who volunteer regularly are less likely to be anxious. Volunteering might help combat anxiety and depression because it helps teens feel like they're making valuable contributions to society and helps them feel like they belong. There are lots of opportunities to volunteer, but today we're going to spotlight B&R Bunkhouse, a Syracuse animal shelter that's actively looking for teenage volunteers.
B&R is the local dog shelter of the city of Syracuse. All the strays of the city are picked up by dog control and they are brought to this facility, and this is where we take care of them. I am Toby. I am one of the lead volunteers. I'm also the volunteer coordinator. I do a couple other things in the shelter, like the adoptions. I pair dogs up with families that come in with their dogs, or even if they don't come in with dogs and they're a single family home and they want another dog, I'll pair them up with a perfect dog that works for them. There's plenty of things that a lot of our volunteers can do with their parents or without. Without their parents, I'm always looking for people to help with dishes, laundry, sweeping, picking up the yard, making kongs, making frisbees. If you come with your parent, which we really highly recommend, you can walk dogs. We're always looking for dog walkers. We're looking for volunteers who can drive a dog to Cornell for us when they have to have a spay or a neuter, or even bring it to our local vet here in Cicero. Our shelter is open from 8 to 7, Monday through Sunday, and our walking times are 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. and 1 to 3 p.m. and then 5 to 7. Oh, donations. We could go on and on about donations. If you actually follow us on B&R Bunkhouse on Facebook, you can look up our Amazon wish list. We have one of those going all the time. Mainly biscuits, leashes, bleach, and detergent are huge for us. I can't stress enough how much we really appreciate our volunteers, and that's what we really need help with, is people coming to volunteer.
My name is Kristen, and I have been volunteering at B&R Bunkhouse since before we opened. I used to volunteer at the other city animal shelter. My favorite thing about volunteering is helping dogs find loving homes. I really enjoy helping dogs find friends while they're here, and so that they don't have to be so socially isolated. I also really enjoy doing enrichment activities for the dogs, so anything that helps them be able to have normal dog behavior just like they would if they weren't in the shelter.
If you want to help local pets and even potentially improve your mental health, reach out to the shelter for more information.
Students in Miss Slemmer's 9th grade health class have been learning about commonly abused drugs and their harmful effects on the body. Recently, students were challenged to create an informational poster about the drug and develop an anti-drug slogan or message. Let's take a look at some of the best.
After finishing their posters, Miss Slemmer's classes did a gallery walk to learn about the different drugs and vote for their favorites. These 5 posters were the finalists. Our library volunteers stepped in to help pick the winner. They thought all the posters were fantastic, but they eventually narrowed it down to one. Congrats to Marissa Mock. Her poster on mushrooms was their favorite.
This year, Durgee went phone-free. It's been an adjustment for students, and some of you would definitely like to see the policy change to allow phones in hallways, learning centers, and lunch. Unfortunately for these students, we probably won't see a more relaxed policy because New York State is passing new regulations. The regulations require students to store their phones from bell to bell. This means phones go away at the start of the day and they aren't touched again until the end of the day. To avoid breaking the law, Durgee must follow these rules. So just how bad was this year's stricter phone policy? We asked students to reflect on their experiences. Here's what they had to say.
Gave kids a lot of referrals that I didn't think were that that bad of a reason.
Sometimes, like, if you want to, like, ask your parents for something, like, if you need, like, your jersey or something and you forgot it, it's just, like, a little bit harder to tell them, like, in the middle of the day.
If you need to tell your parents something important about, like, a change in schedule or something they need to know, you can't really tell them, and it's hard.
In the classroom, I'm more like attentive to what I'm learning, and there's like nothing else distracting me.
I feel like since, like, we're not using phones during lunch times, I feel like it gives you more of, like, a chance to, like, socialize with others and, like, to make more friends, because that definitely, like, happened this year.
I feel like there's less distractions than if we had our phones.
It's easier to like interact with others, not having everybody just sit on their phones.
Honestly, pretty good because, like, I feel like if I got a, like, ding on my phone, like, text messages, I'd be worried because I'd think something went wrong. So without that, I'm, like, fine.
Yeah, I agree with that because like if you get something you don't know what it is, and there's something going on in your life, and it's like very personal, and you start panicking, your whole rest of the day is just gonna be like distracting.
Like not getting notifications, because I feel like when I get one, it makes me scared, like, oh, is this something really important? And then, like, I can't check it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the teacher because, I mean, some of them get that if it's an emergency, you have to text your parents or someone, and some of them just like want you to keep learning, so they're just trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it depends on the teacher. Like, I think I've gone through, like, class to class. Like, some teachers will be like, give you, like, a warning, like, can you just please put it away? Or they'll be like, oh, you're getting a referral.
Yeah, honestly, some, like, teachers, like, say, like, oh, like, yeah, like, you get a warning. Or some teachers are, like, more strict about it. So it just really just depends on the teacher and, like, how you do.
Due to New York State's new regulations, Durgee may need to change how phones are stored next year. This might mean keeping your phone in a locker or utilizing a locking pouch. District administrators and the Board of Education will make these decisions over the summer.
On Monday, some Durgee athletes will be competing in the track and field special championships event at the stadium. Get ready to cheer them on when their parade passes through the hallway Monday morning.
April was National Poetry Month. In honor of the event, the library sponsored a poetry contest. Congratulations to this year's winners. Best Free Verse, Alicia Squadrito. Best Sonnet, Marissa Mock. And Most Relatable Theme, Margaret Hibbert. Congratulations to these poets.
May is Water Awareness Month, so in honor of this, students conducted a water taste test, sampling a variety of bottled waters in the school's drinking fountains. Students picked their favorites. Can you guess what came on top? And what was their least favorite? Here's more.
May is National Water Month, so of course we had to hold a taste test. Mrs. Ralph and Miss Raymond's students got together to sample 5 different brands of water. This was a blind taste test. Participants didn't know what brand they were drinking. The first variety tasted like water, just water. It didn't have any unique qualities, good or bad, just plain old water. Then it was time to bring in the second brand, and needless to say, this one did not go over very well. The most popular word we heard during the sampling of this beverage was wood, as in, this water tastes like wood. Gross, next. And then we moved on to the third variety. The first words out of their mouth, ew, that's definitely school water. This water tasted like water and a whole bunch of other things. Nobody on the panel liked this one. Our taste testers had a quick conversation, ranking the waters, and everybody listed this one last. Bella brought out the fourth option, which quickly became everybody's favorite. Our tasters described it as crisp and refreshing, the way water should taste. They did a little rearranging and added it to the top of their lineup as their favorite water so far. And then we wrapped things up with a final sample of the morning. Participants really enjoyed this water and didn't have anything negative to say about it. At the end, they took a few minutes to finalize their decisions and do one final rank of all the water. Their number one choice, an affordable classic, Poland Spring. Their second pick was the bougiest of the bunch, Essentia water, which is advertised as the number one ionized alkaline water, took second place. Rounding out the top 3, Fiji water. Then we moved on to the final 2. Second from the bottom, Saratoga Spring water. This is the one our participants thought tasted like wood. And no surprise to the people who tasted the water, their fifth ranked choice was water from the school water fountain. So our overall winner and the budget-conscious pick is the Poland Spring bottled water. Our taste testers would also recommend that you fill your water bottle at home before you get to school.
This was Lucas.
This was Ryan.
And this is the Durgee News. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow for more.